Hello, folks. Today we are going to be playing some Bedwars and talking about random stuff again. If you watched the video from a little bit ago, you will know that I made a video partially inspired by Schlatt's The Weekly Slap, who has those videos in turn inspired by another guy. Yeah. So I'm making another one. We're gonna talk about some stuff, and this time I actually have not a script, but like a list of things that I can talk about so that things don't go silent like they did last time. And I'm generally gonna try to keep conversation up this time. I might even comment more on the gameplay than I did last time. But at the same time, the recording was kind of off. The audio was like slightly off from the video. It was incomprehensible babbling about music, I think was the title. Probably not the exact title, but like incoherent babbling about music, I think. Anyway, that video was fun and kind of quick to make, so I figured I'd make another one. When I play Bedwars, I like to buy a bunch of fireballs and a half decent sword and just run up on people with like a bunch of fireballs and just explode their base until it doesn't exist. It's fun. Usually I use an Ender Pearl to get around while I do this, but those are kind of expensive. Hence why I use... Bruh. Hence why I use the bridge builder, so that he would build the bridge and then I wouldn't have to worry about it. Let's get some diamonds. This is not Java, by the way. This is Bedrock Minecraft, in case you haven't ever watched one of my videos. All of them are Bedrock Minecraft because, yeah, it's fucking Bedrock. So what? I'm playing on the CubeCraft server if you wanna play by yourself. So this is actually one of their beta games. This is not one of their primary games whatsoever. So it's fun to play it. I don't think it's been out for that long. A little less time than the Pillars of Fortune, if you've been on the server recently. What did I get these done? Oh yeah, the upgrades. Faster generators or diamond generators. I'm gonna go with diamond for now, so that we can generate our own diamonds, and then that'll eventually ramp up into having a bunch of everything, because we'll get the faster generator afterwards. Bro, we're already like 4 minutes in and I have barely got through any conversation at all. I've done a lot of talking, but not a lot has come out of that. It feels to me like that's pretty common nowadays, even more so than it used to be, because it's always been a thing where you could listen to someone talk and then get absolutely nothing out of it. It's kind of annoying sometimes, or maybe that's what you wanted in the first place out of this fella. I don't know. I just don't like getting no information out of a conversation, or like nothing of any value. Like I ask you where you want to eat and then you tell me the 7 streets across from your house and how they've been changing over the last 10 years. I don't care, bro. I'm not, like, why? I just asked you where you was trying to eat, fool. Not the whole ass HOA situation. But, yeah. Then again, bro, I'm making this video where it's just me babbling. So if you're watching this, it might not affect you that much, that whole getting no information out of a whole ass pristine conversation. Might not affect you. Might not. Completely objective thing, I think, anyway. The objective experience of getting nothing out of a conversation is more likely objective than it is factually, like, splittable. Someone could get a lot out of a conversation about steaks. Someone could get a lot out of that. I'm not gonna get a lot out of that unless I had a specific question on how to prepare them or something, which I don't know why I would have that. I've never cooked anything super good, just like fucking Hamburger Helper and like a variety of Campbell's soup flavors. Yeah, like, I don't know how to cook, so comparison for me, but it would be different for some of you. Now, while we're on the topic of conversations in this conversation, it might be worth mentioning that, like, I don't... Oh, brother, he's got fireballs too. Get flubbergustered, dude. Oh, there's a fight going on at my base. We were talking about conversations and how getting something out of it and other times not are inherently different and objective to the person. However, I do feel that it is a fact 100% that as, like, the people you talk to get older, not necessarily you, it's everyone around you as well, because if you're staying in the same group for a long period of time, chances are you're gonna age a little bit together. So, like, you're gonna learn new stuff and you're gonna talk about different stuff. So the real getting nothing out of the conversation is when you haven't seen or haven't heard anything about someone in a long time, and it's a long time before it really starts to get on your nerves, because you knew almost everything about this person, their likes, their dislikes, all of that, and then, like, you just don't see them for a long time, and next time you see them, they're a completely different person. Like, bro, last time I saw you, you despised K-pop. You weren't a part of the fucking fan club, dog. Shit changes, so do people. And you can get absolutely nothing out of a conversation holding up old times. I suppose I could apply an example to this. Now, I've moved around a lot in the little bit of time I've had on this glorious planet of ours, and I, as a consequence of moving around a lot, have had a lot of conversations about how have you been? I haven't seen you in a long time. So, I left once, and my eldest brother, he's always been into cars and stuff, and Beyblades, and Okay, so I left. He was really into the show Baki. It's an okay show. I don't personally love it with all my heart, but it's not bad. I'll watch a few episodes every once in a while. But he really liked this show. And then when I came back, Blood didn't have the setup where he'd have Baki on the Roku TV in his room and a giant bucket of fucking pork rinds in there somewhere. And then this changed. I left for 2 or 3 years, and I came back. This fool was, like, in love with Sonic. I don't much care for Sonic, personally. Never really cared much about Sonic. So it was just, like, one of those things I didn't really give a shit. So I pretty much consumed nothing he said for like 5 hours of us talking. And because when I see my older brother, I'm usually there for the night or the weekend, sometimes a whole ass summer month, you know? So, yeah. This wasn't on my list of conversation, by the way. This just popped up. Yeah. You can get nothing out of a meaningful conversation, that's for sure. You see, when I consumed all this knowledge about Sonic, I never put it to any use unless I was directly contrasting that knowledge with what my older brother knew. The only person I knew who gave a shit about Sonic whatsoever. No one else cared, I don't think. My little brother now, he likes Sonic quite a bit, but that's more of a recent development, so it's less of one of those shattering, like, I thought I knew something about you. So yeah, let's move away from that, because change isn't good. That's a lie. Change is pretty good. It can be good for a lot of things. But I'm gonna pretend like it's not, because I refuse to accept it currently. Yeah. Anyway. I don't want to talk about conversations anymore. It's kind of confusing talking about a conversation as a conversation. So, let me take a look at my list while multitasking to move around in Bedwars, kind of. You're gonna watch my coordination go down a lot while I look at this list here. I just realized I'm moving back and forth away and close to the microphone. That might not be great. Okay. On my list here, I have a couple of interesting things that I kind of do want to talk about. So, everyone has lived somewhere for the first time. No matter where that is, you could have lived in New York for 5 years, and first time you moved there was 1925 or some fucking shit. Don't know anyone like that, but you know what I mean. You move there, stay there, and the first couple months is what I would describe as getting used to it and stuff, but it's also what makes it feel like a new place, right? New place. I love that feeling, the feeling of a new place. It's really cool, and it's exaggerately cool. I over-exaggerate how cool it is, but I do love having a new place. It's nice. I enjoy that feeling of stepping into a house that literally hasn't existed long enough to be dirty. Or at least I've maintained to that most minimal of standards. I don't know, something about new places. When you move to somewhere for the first time and you're a stranger, this is assuming you're a complete stranger, you've never been there before, you've never met people. I'm buying a lot of fireballs right now. Damn. Okay, I got 13, make that 15. Good. But when you're a stranger in a new place, especially when you're a student in a new place, a new school, a kid, I guess, because, I mean, you could not be a student and still be a kid, so I probably shouldn't say student, but what I'm trying to get at here is I'm trying to circumnavigate my way to new school. You know, being in a new school, it's nice, it's cool, but the hardest part about that is it's not necessarily making friends. I have a somewhat easy time with that. It's maintaining friends, if you're catching what I'm saying, I guess. You see, a lot of... Wait, did I waste money? No, I didn't waste money. I just didn't have enough money in the first place. When you make friends, it can be a very deep bond, or it can be very shallow. It can be very, very shallow. And oftentimes, you don't know how shallow until it's like, nah, I'm not gonna help you. I don't know you like that. So I've always been very careful around my friendships. Like, I probably let out more than a lot of people do, but I am more managing of my friendships. I tend to have a kind of large number, but not a super big amount of close friends. I'll have like 20 friends and then like 4 friends I keep by my side. Anyway, I figure the perfect way to talk about friends would be to mention one of my friends. His name was Evan. A little bit back when I lived in a different state, I had a friend named Evan. He was the rich kid, kind of. He was, I don't think he was from Texas. He wasn't from Texas, but he wasn't from that far from here, I don't think. Anyway, he wasn't that far from Texas. He wasn't from that far, I mean. I said that like 6 fucking times. But what he would do, he'd go to the back of the bus, he'd sit there, and he'd have his earbuds in the entire time we rode on. And he practically never talked to me until one day I was chilling in art class, yeah? And we just sparked a conversation somehow. I'm not even exactly sure how. I think he would make fun of people in a way. Not really. It was like, you know, he was joking and no one took it seriously, not even the guy who should have been offended. No one took it seriously, so it's like, whatever. But he was doing this. I didn't join in on it, but I was like, bro, why? And then he like explained to me that no one takes it seriously, so it's not a problem. And I was like, oh, okay. And like, that was pretty cool. Yo, I'm just fired. Oh, they didn't hit. They didn't hit. Damn, I'm a gunner. Oh, I am sorry. I don't even remember what I was saying. Just started throwing fireballs. Something about my friend Evan. My friend Evan was a fella, a true fella. He would do all the things you needed him to do. You needed him to pick up one half of the school project because you got sidetracked and ended up having to stay away from it for like 3 days because of some goofy parent issue. Blood's got you. He's gonna help. He might not get it done perfectly and you might get a combined C, but he'll get it done. And like, Evan was one of my better friends. He was, I wouldn't say he's the closest friend I ever had, but he was pretty damn close. Like, he knew most things that I knew about myself. Like, unless I didn't know it, he probably knew. So, in this kind of situation, there were other friends there, of course. There was, in fact, an entire friend group. Oh, brother, this is going on 20 minutes. So, I had an entire friend group. Bro, this guy's just camping up there. I can't get to him or nothing. I can't throw this ender pearl that high either. Fuck. I might be screwed. Shit. I suck at throwing ender pearls. Damn. Do we win? What up? I think we won. Yes, we won. Okay, woo. This video is already going on 23 minutes, so I'm gonna finish up what I was saying about my friend Evan, and then I'm gonna peace out, and I'm gonna record the next video right after this one. But I'm gonna end up posting it in a couple days. I don't know if this comes out on like Wednesday, then I'm gonna release the other one on like Thursday or Friday, however long I need to do the really quick editing for the type of video this is. Only real problem is that when they get to this like 20 minutes, it's like big thing. Anyway, my friend Evan was my best friend for a long time. He did a lot of things for me that like you wouldn't expect some really close friends to do. He would help out whenever he could, and like genuinely good guy. So keep your friends close, and remember that getting nothing out of a conversation is normal. And also, people change. Remember that too. Like, people can change a lot. Sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse. It's like, people change, so there's everything, really. Anyway, goodbye, like and subscribe. I'm on the middle of this copper parkour course, and goodbye.